Hey y'all, my name's Katie. Welcome to Artisan Acres Homestead. I'm gonna walk around and show you what all we've got going on here. So right here, I am going to plant some potatoes. I've got my seed potatoes over there. But I am trying the Ruth Stout method where you just pile up hay and then you plant the potatoes in the hay. This is my first time doing this, and so I just want to see how it goes. We have all the potatoes planted. They're in this bed right here. And we'll just keep watching how they grow throughout the season, and hopefully we'll have a lot of potatoes to harvest later. So over here from the potatoes, we have these little raised beds. This was our garden last year, and we're going to dig these up and take the boxes to my mother so she can have a garden at her house. In order to do that, I've got to dig up these strawberries that are already starting to bloom. And random lettuce from last year. And this is my herb, carrot, garlic, and onion bed. Here we have some mint, and we actually thought we pulled all this out, but it grew back. And we also have mint growing down here. Be really careful. Mint is prolific and it will take over everything. These are garlic, all on the outer edge at least. The middle ones are onions. Here we have some carrots. These are the purple carrots from Baker Creek. We have 2 sage plants and some Greek oregano, and then I guess plain oregano. I don't know, they're 2 different kinds. That's all I know. And once all of the garlic and onion have reached maturity, we'll harvest it, and then I'll repot all of the herbs so we can move them and get this bed out of the middle of the yard. So we hope to have more garden beds out here, probably as long as the greenhouse, which is 100 feet. We have dreams for this. That is a wild blackberry patch. Our compost is over there. And we hope to have pastures for goats and pigs one day. So this is our caterpillar tunnel. It's 14 by 100. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done, and it's super messy in here right now. We've been starting plants for a local strawberry festival. We've got some seedlings popping up, mostly cucumber, flowers, and some zucchini. And we have a few tomatoes. They're slowly, look at all those. So here we have peas, and my husband trellised it up like that. And I guess they don't like the heat of the greenhouse. They're not doing great. They've been in the ground for about 2 weeks now, and they've hardly grown at all. We've got some cabbages planted. And then these are broccoli seedlings. And beans, some type of squash that I did not label. And then we have tomatoes down here, and the tomatoes will trellis up these ropes. Ooh, wrong way. So the tomatoes will trellis up that. And then over here, from that marker to those markers, we have onions. And they were just regular onion bulbs from Tractor Supply. And then we have some nasturtium plants, carrots, beets, turnips, radishes. And the radishes popped up, but they're like discolored, and I don't know if the heat's too much for them or what. And then I planted Swiss chard, kale, which you can see the kale. It's red kale. And then I planted spinach here. They're not doing well either, and all I can think is it's the heat. And then these 2 plants are edamame. And then we had bok choy, and they potentially died. And then I think these are sprouts that I planted and forgot to label. Over here we have tomatoes. I I can't remember what those are, but my bet are flowers. And then we have some kind of squash, peppers. These are mostly all peppers. Not labeling my plants will be the downfall of my garden. These are all of our berry plants. We have them in pots because we haven't decided where we want to put them outside yet. And whenever the blueberries start to form, the birds will eat them. So we want to keep them protected. So right here, my husband is working on water and power for the greenhouse. And he's got to finish digging the trench. And then our camper has a hookup right over there. And over here we have our bee yard and orchard. So we just planted that plum tree and then that plum tree back there. And then these are our 2 apple trees we planted last year. And they're blooming and looking great. We're really excited. We might get some apples this year. Maybe, I don't know. Here's our bees. So that hive over there, I've named that queen Beyonce because she's just a really awesome queen. Haven't named this one yet. We're gonna get into the hive today. We put this blueberry bush out here so all the bees can start pollinating. So over here, this is my olive egger coop. I have my cream leg bar rooster, my black copper Moran hen, and then an olive egger hen. Or 2 olive egger hens. And they just hang out. We pull them around the yard so they have fresh grass every day. Collect eggs yesterday on them. So that's my black copper Moran rooster. And these are just some golden comet Rhode Island red mix hens. They lay really awesome eggs though. It's kind of noisy in here. So there's my crafting area. It's a mess. My grandma recently passed away and I inherited sewing things from her. And so she made a bunch of these quilt blocks and I made that one last night to go with it. And I'll be working on finishing that quilt. But here is our aquaponics system. We have koi in it and they poop and make the water all nice for the plants, and then it pumps up into here. These are green onions from the grocery store, but they look rough now. So we've got Swiss chard, Christmas cactus, Leland cypress from our Christmas tree, this giant aloe vera plant. There's kale over there, and then some new little plants growing in, but we don't know what they are. We forgot what we planted. So I currently have a bunch of eggs in the incubator. I didn't count, but I have some in here and I have some in this one. And then these are hatching eggs that I'm selling. They're all F1 and BC1 olive eggers. And these are eggs that I got from my mother-in-law to throw in the incubator. I hope to get some hens that lay speckled eggs. Yeah. So hopefully here soon, I'll have about 20 or 30, if not more, chicks. That one has started to pip. He's trying to get out. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a good day.